Well, thank you very much, John. Pleasure being with everybody, and particularly with you, given the coverage of energy you've been doing over the years. And let me here dissect your question into two parts. First, the gas and what Egypt is doing among the neighborhoods to ensure many of the points in the report, being the security, which is key, but also sustainability, which is important, and then on the renewables, because all of us know that through the different COP processes, nationally determined contributions, or the NDCs, play a very important role, not just in securing FDI and investments, but also the concessional finance that comes in order to be drivers of this FDI. So in the case of Egypt, our NDC is 42% renewable energy by 2030. And you mentioned the Bretton Woods institutions, and one key element and driver of the ability to crowd in private investments is to have different modalities of financing that can be provided to the big companies through blended and innovative tools. And we have a very important conference coming up in Seville, which is financing for development. And one bright spot is exactly what you presented in the results of the report, that private sector investments in renewable energy, in the energy transition, have been able to draw in, I would say, concessional financing for countries which need it the most. This is important not just for the energy sources, but for employment, productivity, for GDP, and also trying to weather the headwinds when it comes to the sluggish growth that we're seeing in the global economy. So when I look at the renewable sector, I'm not just looking at it from the angle of lower CO2 emissions, energy transition. I'm looking at it in terms of FDI opportunity, in terms of employment opportunity, in terms of drawing in low-cost capital, which has become fundamental. In the case of Egypt, we have a country platform, Nexus of Water, Food and Energy, the NOAFI platform. The target is 10 gigawatts of renewable. We've been able in 2.5 years to deploy close to $4 billion of concessional finance for 4 gigawatts. So again, this has been a very important story that we're proud of. We have Aqua Power, and I'm sure we're going to hear from the CEO, Mr. Mohammed, about his work in Egypt as well. The regional connectivity is another point. We have with Saudi Arabia a line, which is a grid, which is also quite important for connectivity between the two countries, but from the two countries to the rest of the GCC. So energy, with its different elements, plays a key role, as I mentioned, for economic growth, for jobs, for FDI coming into countries.
It's interesting.